This is Avatars Radio News on the Hour. Give us 5 minutes and we'll give you the metaverse.
This is News on the Hour for Friday, February 3rd, 2023. I'm Elen Dragonfire reporting. It's been a crappy start to the new year for many in the gaming industry. We reported earlier this week that EA will be shutting down both Apex Legends Mobile and Battlefield Mobile. Now, Velan Studios posted a blog update on Thursday that confirmed their team-based dodgeball game Knockout City would end after its next season. EA published Knockout City in 2021 and enjoyed over 5 million players at its peak. In 2023, Velan announced it would be self-publishing the game starting with Season 6. They also announced the game would go free-to-play, a dreaded announcement for many avatars who believe the strategy to be an approaching death knell for games, and an involuntary admission by developers that the game is in trouble. Avatars Radio wishes everybody working on these games and those in similarly dire situations safe travels during this turbulent period in metaverse history. The, quote, window to the future, end quote, coining the NCSoft tagline, is not very sure for 20% of the workforce at the South Korean developers NCSoft West Division, who were laid off on Wednesday. CEO Jeff Anderson parted ways with the company as well. News of the layoff started showing up on Twitter on the same day, according to MMOBomb.com, before the company responded to inquiries. The tweets came from those also working in the industry, expressing sympathy for fellow industry employees. Margaret Crone, Director of Communications for Ashes of Creation, tweeted, quote, "I'm sorry to hear about the NCSoft West layoffs. Some wonderful industry folks I've had the pleasure of working with over there. If anyone needs support, please reach out," end quote. VentureBeat reports a company spokesperson confirmed the number of affected employees on Thursday and that the affected workers are, quote, in non-game development positions as part of a global realignment with our corporate headquarters in Korea, end quote. Ubisoft started January 2023 with lots of its own bad news. Its long-awaited pirate action game, Skull and Bones, has been delayed for a 6th time. Several recently released titles, including Mario plus Rabbids equals Sparks of Hope and Just Dance 2023, haven't been as popular as they'd hoped, and they have canceled 3 more unannounced games on top of the cancellations they announced in July of 2022. While Ubisoft has celebrated the diversity of its games portfolio in its latest financial report, it has also confirmed, quote, major challenges, end quote, as the games industry, quote, continues to shift towards mega brands and long-lasting titles that can reach players across the globe, across platforms, and business models, end quote. Single-player franchises like Assassin's Creed and Far Cry, as well as multiplayer titles including Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six and The Division, are still important to Ubisoft, but it has claimed newer titles in the franchises that adopt, quote, converging trends, end quote, are yet to be released. Criminal, a creator-owned comic book series written by Ed Brubaker and illustrated by Sean Phillips, is headed for the small screen. Amazon Studios is finalizing a deal with the television adaptation, with Brubaker set to executive produce and showrun. Written by Brubaker with art by Phillips, the series was initially published under Marvel's Icon Comics and has been published by Image Comics since 2016. The series' story arcs are self-contained and focus on different characters. 3 central characters inhabit the same world, grew up in a fictional center city, frequent the same bar, and share a common history of 2 generations of crime. With his partner Ivan, Tommy Patterson ran the city's most proficient crew of pickpockets and taught the trade to his 8-year-old son, Leo. When Tommy was arrested and imprisoned for the murder of Teague Lawless, Ivan took care of Leo and explained to him how following specific rules could keep a criminal, quote, out in the world, end quote, meaning out of both prison and the morgue. Plot details for the live-action version aren't yet known. That is all the news on the hour for Friday, February 3rd, 2023. You have been tuned into Avatars Radio, radio of the Avatars.
To read the full articles of today's report, visit us on Discord at www.avatarsradio.rocks on the web.